This is a comparison of the sound for 5 different switches that each have a different switch top. All 5 of the switches have the same lower housing. They're all using cherry retooled lower housings, and I'm just varying the top. For the stems, I'm using Revo White stems, which supposedly are the same as other Gateron linear stems. And for the springs, I'm also using the Revo White spring. So I'm keeping the lower housing, spring, and stem all consistent. I didn't lube any of these switches. The switches that I'm comparing are starting at F and going all the way to K. So these 5, F, G, H, J, and K, each has a different switch top. So I'll press them and see how they sound. Now I'll reveal which top is which. The first one on the F key is using an Outemu no slot clear top. This top doesn't have an LED slot in it. It also has tighter than usual tolerances, which reduces wobble significantly. The second one is using a Gateron milky housing top. So that was on the G key. The third one is using an Invyr Panda top. And these tops are made out of POM, also known as Delrin or acetyl plastic, a denser, more slippery plastic. The fourth one on the J key is using a teal Outemu Sky top, which is made out of PA66 nylon. And then the last one is using a Gateron optical switch top, which instead of an LED cutout actually has a lens, which is supposed to, I guess, make the RGB shine through better or something. So my thoughts about these tops, the ones that I like the sound of best would be the Outemu no slot top, the Gateron milky top, and the Panda top. These three to me sound the nicest. I kind of like how muted this Outemu no slot top to me sounds. I definitely like the sound of the Panda top, but it's not really an option for me to build with because of the high price and or lack of availability. So taking that into consideration, this one for my purposes is kind of like disqualified, but I wanted to include it because I know that people like Chris Wires really like this top for the sound that it provides. And so for me, it's kind of down to either the Outemu no slot top or the Gateron Milky top. I'm a little bit conflicted about which one I like better, because overall I feel like the Outemu no slot top has a cleaner, more muted sound that I like. But on the other hand, the Gateron Milky top, while it does sound louder to me, seems to have a kind of a lower pitched kind of I don't know, a more stereotypical classic keyboard sound to it. So I'm not really sure which one I like better at this point. I'm leaning more towards the Outemu no slot top, just because the Milky housing top to me sounds like it's a little more sloppy sounding. So I think I need to repeat the test with lubed switches and see if that changes things. But at this point, I think my favorite is going to have to be the Outemu no slot top. Not to mention the fact that it has a side benefit of having, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it creates a very stable key feel. There's virtually no wobble there. So I'll just push these a couple times more.